Okay, I got a couple of guys from Dubai who sent me this, like, what the hell, man? They are going to charge us 30% more for alcohol. What the bloody hell? And some were very unhappy about it. And some others were like, yeah, just like to know your views on it. Uh, Personally speaking, for me, I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. Never have. But I have had friends who smoke and drink heavy, hardcore. Okay. So I'll give you my thoughts about it. I'll tell you how it's going to affect people in Dubai establishments, and feel free to let me know your views. Okay. I read around 5 or 6 articles, and this is what I found out. So it seems that late 2022, Dubai was very generous, and they said, okay, we'll cancel the 30% tax, don't have to pay for it. Okay. So I guess all the boozers and drinkers and bars and pubs and everyone else was very, very happy. They did this to attract more tourists. I guess, the quality of tourists who like alcohol. And see, from a business, let's forget the ethics, let's forget the morals, let's forget all that bullshit. From a business standpoint of view, the more alcohol you drink, the better it is for an establishment. Most of the countries, they want tourists to spend more. So whatever makes you spend more, whether it's alcohol, whether it's tobacco, whether it's food, whether it's women, whether it's attractions. Okay. So restaurant, bars, and hotels were informed that time that you don't have to charge. We are not charging you 30% more. But here's the twist: bars, restaurants, and hotels, even though they were told we're not going to charge you, they kept charging end customers because now they can make 30% more money. That's how business works. So even if, let's say, the UAE government said, okay, we'll give you 50% off. Okay. These guys are not going to give you at a discount because they want you to spend more. They want to make more money out of you. The only time they'll give anyone free alcohol in Dubai is for females. That also, they have these, what, women's night out, all these females night out or whatever. They have free alcohol in Dubai for cabin crew because young, attractive looking females. So, the power of putang, the power of meow, meow. Yeah. So it attracts a lot of men. And where there are a good number of meows, there the bow wow, the doggies will come. Okay. So, it's always a business minded approach. So from late 2022 till 2024, they allowed 30% chalo, yalla, we are not going to charge you. But now they give you a good news, or rather bad news. Listen, guys, we're going to charge you 30% more. Okay. So how does it impact people? How does it impact? I've made a few categories. First is expats and citizens. People who have a limited income, it will affect them, the middle class. Okay. Because let's say, for example, you have a budget of 1,000. Okay. And you could buy 1,000 dirhams worth of alcohol. Now, obviously, it'll be 30% less. Although I personally know some people, if the prices were raised, they will eat less or they'll spend less on other things, but they'll spend more. They'll spend the same amount of quota on their alcohol, or they'll find cheaper avenues where they can have more alcohol for $1,000. I've had friends like that, and I've seen how they do it. They even drive down to those days. They would drive down to Al Quwain. Dubai, the prices are slightly higher, Al Quwain slightly lower. And if you drive further on and in the black market, you get much more cheaper. So they would buy more alcohol. But you have to be smart. Listen, don't do that. Don't drive and put alcohol in your car. And if you get stopped by the cops, don't say, hey, this YouTuber told me it's not allowed. And if you get caught, you're okay. But people do it. Like they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. And some people even, if they know the price has gone higher for some brand, they'll choose a little lesser maybe lesser costing brand. But for most people, this is what I've seen, irrespective of how much they earn. If a guy wants to drink, if a guy wants to smoke, if a guy wants to do whatever relaxes him, he'll not care two fucks. I have even known people who take credit cards and they spend on the credit card beyond the earnings, which is not recommended. Okay, so that was expat and citizens. Okay, now social behavior, they're also spenders, people who spend money. They don't give a damn. I knew of this Emirati guy who would spend on alcohol far beyond his salary. He had around, I think, 5 credit cards, and he had blown off on all of them. Not only alcohol, but he had blown off on all of them, and he didn't give a damn. Why? Because end of the year, he was working for a government. I don't want to say specifically which one. They would give, 2 salaries or 3 salaries or even 6 month salaries, depending on the bonus. So he was very confident he would get 2, 3, 6 months salary, whatever, and he'll dump the money in the credit card and restart all over again. So people who are habituated to spending outside will continue. But then there are those who are very conscious of the money. They want to enjoy life, but they want to also, go outside. So they'll do our Indian fashion way. Our Indian fashion way was we'll drink a couple of pegs at home and then we will go outside, which I've known many of my Indian friends. I guess most of the people do that because you'll drink 2 or 3 pegs, you'll drink a beer, then you'll go. But be careful, drinking and driving, because that can get into serious trouble, especially if you have an accident. So that is social behavior. But then again, if you suddenly bump into a hot putang, a nice little meow, then, the self-control goes out of the window and you spend money. So bars will make sure that they get these pretty little girls to make you spend. Tourism, if you're a tourist and you are come to enjoy, I don't think you're going to give a rat's ass how much you spend. Most of the time, people, when they go as tourists, they will just say, anyway, I'm come here to enjoy. Might as well just blow off everything, just enjoy. Even they will spend on the credit card. When I go back, we will worry about it later. So I don't think tourists are going to stop spending money unless you're a budget traveler who has everything in budget, or you're a kind of a backpacker. Then obviously, yeah, you might not spend. But I don't think tourists are going to spend less. They will spend what they have to spend. They've made up their mind to enjoy. Uh, the economy, oh yes, UAE. I told you, UAE is a business hub. They're not there for charity. They're not there for Islam. They're not there for changing your lives and making the world a better place. They're a business hub. You have money. We'll provide you all the stuff. Come spend money here. We'll treat you like a king. You don't have money. Get the fuck out. Okay, it's as simple as that. And finally, business establishment. Um, if you're a luxury establishment, even if you raise the price to 100%, I don't think people with money care a damn. They will spend. I've seen high rollers. I've had some clients who are high rollers. Yeah, it's not that they're dumb. It's not that they don't know what they're spending. They're very aware of how much they spend and very calculated. But, if you are the son of some rich guy and you care a damn about what your father spends, I've seen sons of very rich fathers. When you go to a nightclub and you book a certain VIP area, and then you get all the hot girls coming there, and if you blow 5,000 or 10,000 dirhams, you get this oversized champagne bottle with sparkle, and all the staff is dancing with sparkles, and then your face is displayed on all the monitors, and you're made look like a king. So these sons of rich daddies, they are spending their father's money. They don't give a fuck. So whether it's 10,000 dirhams or 20,000, people who have to spend will spend. But the people who have to make sure that their budget is in control might drink a little less. I even know some females, like I used to hang out with these females who, they're not poor. they're upper middle class, but they would just order one drink. They would order one drink if they were charged. If it's complimentary, they didn't give a damn. Okay. So they'd be very conscious how much they spend. And yes, they definitely would look for some bakra, they call, target. Oh, he's going to buy me a drink. The only other point which I want to highlight is the growth of the black market. There is a definitive black market. I've seen it when I was in UAE, when I was with these guys who spend money. And they seek cheaper options. Some of them are not taxed. I don't know if they are actually original or fakes. I don't know how they are able to bring down the cost so much. And remember, for those who have been in UAE from the 70s, 80s, whatever, there was this guy, Indian guy, who used to sell alcohol in Ajman. And he was associated with this sheikh. And later on, he was a multimillionaire, because I don't know how he used to get alcohol. But later on, they got rid of him and he vanished. And there was no one knew where he vanished, because I think he had a scuffle with the sheikh. You don't, get on the wrong side of Emiratis, and especially sheikhs. So it was a busy ground. You would see Pathans, you would see Malayalis, you would see Indians, you would see Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans. All of them would buy from there. It was packed jam. Now, Ajman Kempinski is there. It is kind of slightly opposite to that. It was ages ago, man. 80s. You're talking the 80s. So yeah, see, I'm aware of this. It's called the sin tax. Sin tax is they put a tax on products which are not good for you, like tobacco, alcohol, sugar, and even gambling. But what I've noticed and what I've realized is people who are into this, you can tax them how much you want. You can put graphic photographs on cigarettes, like mouth cancer or tongue cancer or throat cancer, very graphic images. They will not care a damn. They'll buy it. They'll take out their cigarette and smoke, as if they're going to look at that image and say, oh my goodness, I'm going to get that. Someone who has to smoke will smoke. Someone who has to drink will drink. And if you lower the prices, people tend to spend more. They don't tend to save. And if you increase the prices, here's the funny thing. It's not that they will drink less. They'll figure out a way how to keep the same levels within the budget. So, but yes, when they spend maximum on the credit card, and when you have overspent your card and over withdrawn, then maybe you'll get smart and you'll try to limit. But by the time, it'll be too late. So, like I said, they increase the price of Salik, parking, and now this. And yes, life in Dubai is getting expensive. So, which I told you. I told you this, although I was not aware of the alcohol tax, because I'm not into alcohol and all that. But here's my question to you. Do you think it'll impact your behavior? Do you think you're going to drink less, smoke less? Or are you going to be exactly like what I predicted? It's Kalli Wali, one life, enjoy. So, good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and my honest, heartfelt condolence to you guys who have a limited budget. But please, don't drink and drive, and be aware, alcohol makes you do all sorts of crazy things. I've seen it. So stay within the limits and stay safe. Let me know what are your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly. Love to read them. You guys take care. Chalo, yalla, bye.